do, how it be, how it is. Welcome in and welcome back, everybody. It's Terraform time. It's Tuesday. Very excited. Last we left off, Anarian and Pod managed to save the... I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit. Managed to save the cultists. Confirmed that they were charmed and managed to get into the Church of Death to save them from being sent off to St. Pete's. Also, Dorky, thank you so much for the sub. George, thank you for the sub. Dorky, that's a year. Heck, we did it. Wow. Thank you. And 28 months from George. God damn. All right. Very excited to have you all here. What else? Thylo no longer is under the fearlessness of Heroes Feast. Eshna has recently learned that her cult from back when she was ascendant with the Jinn was actually the Roa, the traveling troupe from the first episode. And if you want to get caught up there and see the little things that I sprinkled in there for that big reveal, you can go over to the YouTube Jake and Feffers and catch up on all the campaigns. We actually just had a Terraform episode upload like 20-30 minutes ago, so if you're fiending and trying to get caught up, great place to do that. And of course, Levy met Amy, a air genasi, and discovered that there is still a uncaptured genasi off in Iraway, if I remember the name correctly. I don't have it on hand. I think I actually botched that. The Green Road. Amirda, thank you. Amirda. There we go. Yeah, and what else am I missing? Anarian is gearing up to go over to the Church of Despair to see what's going on over there, now that he's getting more of a glimpse of some weird shenanigans that's going on with St. Pete's, a prison that is kind of tucked away from society. We're in the city of Cairn. I'm very excited, and I'm happy that you all are here with me on this journey. Let's go to the cast. Safety toss. Good Grief George.
Yay! Hi everybody. I'm GoodGriefGeorge. What's going on? I'm here a lot most of the Tuesdays. I do a lot of cosplay content. I'm back on my Agent 47 bullshit. So if you guys are going to a lot of conventions this year, I've got like 6 planned now. It's actually kind of weird. And I do LARPing stuff with Taylor and Tracy as well. And I do GMing for Avatar Legends, which is, I got some other things planned for that. So in the future, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, we're playing Pod. Things are gonna happen. I want to jump into it because, you know, we got a lot to cover, and he gave us a challenge today that I want to see if we can match it. So speaking of, go ahead, Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me absolutely everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I am a LARP game master. My main LARP right now is Fall, but I also write things for Beagling. I just wrote a whole new Fake Horde system for them, which I'm super excited for. Want to come to Beako with a big old group? Join the Voyage North. That's who I go with. Is great. I play Eshna. She's a Kalshtar druid. I'm also ready to kind of jump into it. I just want to find freaking Flask. She's just been looking for like 3 episodes. She's angry about it. All right, Dorky.
That Dorky cosplayer. Hey, I didn't start to talk. I noticed it was muted. It was all fine and good. I'm that Dorky cosplayer, and you can also find me probably not everywhere as that Dorky cosplayer. It'll be some variation of that name. Don't worry about it. There's links in so many places. You'll find me. It's fine. I just recently bought all the material for Avatar cosplays. Yes, of course. So those will be coming out like crazy super soon. I'm super stoked. I do Twitch on Mondays and Thursdays. So come hang out. And with that, Jake.
Hello, I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm playing Arian. He's going in to the Church of Despair ready to get answers. So it's going to be very interesting how he approaches this. We'll see what happens. As far as I'm concerned, I will be DMing brief Lord of the Rings series over the summer, so be on the lookout for more information on that one as it gets closer, and it should be fun. Ben.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainard. You can find me on the internet. I'm playing Thylo Match, the Order of Scribes Wizard. He just spent all of last session not afraid of stuff, and he got a lot of stuff done, and now he's gotta have to deal with it. It's kind of like getting drunk and ordering yourself a bunch of things on Amazon, and then you don't know what's coming. So, we'll see. It'll be
It'll be a time. I'm very excited. Without further ado, everyone has covered a lot of ground and reconvenes. The last thing we left off on was the party back at Thylo's house, with Duin and Thylo making the declaration of everyone get your gear, everyone pack up, it's time to leave the city. So there's a few things we need to cover before we leave, and that's final notes. Pod and Anarian have a few things they want to cover before it's time to gear up, but morning comes, sun comes up. Again, normally a cloudy horizon here in Cairn, now bright and cloudless. As the sun sifts through the windows, everyone starts packing all their stuff together. Duin pointedly does not hide anything from Levy because it's time for her to leave, but they have a moment of friendship where they kind of laugh a bit over the situation. And it finally comes time for the party to leave the house for the future, until they might come back if they don't all die. But Duin kind of tears up a little bit looking at everybody gearing up, and then he goes over to Thylo and says, Thylo, I'm so glad that you found these people to help keep you safe in your journeys as you search for your father, and I just wish you all the luck in the world.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be.
Indeed. He gives you a big.
And then I hug him.
Yeah. All right. One final look around at the place. Point of safety that has been the anchor within Cairn. And the party heads off.
Well, you're making this a big goodbye, Jeff. We're going to be coming back here every episode. I don't know what you're talking about. This is our anchor. We're just going to be coming back to safety every episode. I will burn
this house to the ground. So first and foremost,
I mean, my word of recall is here, so we literally can come back whenever we want. So.
Burn it to the ground.
Dang, you right.
I also can do a teleportation circle, but like it's fine.
Two things. One, what do you guys want to cover first? Pod needs to go see the seer before he leaves, and Anarian wants to go to the Church of Despair. Second thing, the actual headquarters of the Church of Despair is unknown to the party. So that means you can go to some of the more publicly known churches, or the psych wards of the prisons. Sorry, psych wards go to Amiss. Despair runs the prisons. Or you could do some snooping to see if you can find out exactly where the higher-ups would reside.
Why don't we go and... Oh, you should probably see the seer before it gets too late.
Yeah, I was told I'm supposed to see the seer, and I've been trying to not do that. Because I'm not really entirely sure what he's going to talk about. And I'm not really a fan of going to talk to the... I don't really talk to this. I've only talked to the seer like one time in my entire life, so like, I don't really...
But it's probably best just to get it over with, you know? Because the more you delay it, it'll probably get worse.
Okay, but everyone here has to. You all gonna come with me, cause I don't wanna. We don't. Secrets and all that. We're supposed to not tell or not hide them from one another. So
Well-
just you all gonna come with me?
We'll go as far as the church will allow us to go.
I will be stuck to you like glue. And she's gonna link arms with
Oh.
All
Pod.
right.
Levy links arms with the party.
As long
A
as the sea is
campaign.
open.
it's
Hey,
awesome.
Levy and Pod had a whole thing last night.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Big cuddle.
Kind of did.
Okay, so Pod and Anarian, in your opinion, what would the secret headquarters of the Church of Amiss look like? You know that they have a
Edgy.
a close hold on the criminal underbelly, amongst their more nobler aspects.
If that's the case, then it actually probably is like super wholesome and well kept to divert attention to them having shady feelings.
Okay.
It's like,
Yeah, and
look how
and
respectable the Church of Amiss is.
yeah, I think, and if this is the secret headquarters, I would say because Amiss is all about stagnate and forget. It would be a very plain looking 2-story building that is just it's inconspicuous.
Okay.
Would not expect it.
Okay. So the party
believe we're getting old.
begins moving throughout the city. And the rest of the party eventually is kind of looking askance because the buildings are getting a little not run down but plain. Until you finally get to what looks like an office building, whatever the equivalent of that would be in this city, surrounded by other identical buildings. The only distinction on this one is that there is a young gentleman smoking a rolled cigarillo out front. He got paper in hand, his hat's kind of low. Pod and Anarian, you guys would have passwords and to be able to get in.
Sure. Pull out the purple pouch. Roll up my own cigarillo.
Okay.
Well, you'll wait over here for a couple minutes. We got a whole thing we gotta do. It's a whole thing. So just go over there for a minute.
There's like a whole 15 minutes of just like Pod and Anarian doing this cigarillo, and Pod's just like coughing up a storm because he's not used to this. They're not used to this. I mean, they are, but they just whatever. They don't do it often.
Recreation.
And eventually, you hear some chuckles, some laughs, some like serious talk, but nothing like you guys can really catch. And even the ones that speak thieves can't, like, it almost still sounds like gibberish. It almost sounds like, well, not gibberish, but just like nothing, just like casual conversation. And then by the end of the 15 minutes, the gentleman kind of nods at your guys' direction, and you guys can come in.
Okay. You find yourselves in a very plain-looking hallway with some stairs going up and some stairs going down. But you do note the fortifications that were not clear from the outside. The door can be barred, locked, and jarred and fortified, and all of these rooms have fortifications along the outer walls and very thick pillars to keep this building standing if something like a dragon were to try to hit it or whatever. And then you walk up the flight of stairs, which leads to a completely different spiral staircase going downwards, and you delve into the depths.
Before we go down, kind of just in the main lobby, I'm going to cast Word of Recall to designate the area as my...
Okay. Nice. Heck yeah.
Cool.
After a few more conversations with a few more security measures... Oh, go ahead.
as we're going through the building, I want to be paying attention to general mannerisms and if there is any similar mannerisms amongst the people who are there, and any conversations. Not necessarily, Levy's not going to pick up on like the really normal sounding conversations, more specifically looking for gossip.
Sure, make a perception
like
check.
anything like that. No, she ain't getting nothing.
This is a normal conversation for you.
It all sounds just, like a 4. It's a 4.
Everyone is very good at what they do, and so it comes naturally to be cautious with these individuals, from these individuals.
Wow, look at all the fortifications.
Pod and Narian, you do hear word that your parents, and in Narian's case, adopted parents, have journeyed to the Salted Wastes to look in on a few odd reports. The Church of Death likes to go out to the Salted Wastes and do their formal ceremonies out there. This is the no man's land to the south of the country towards House Toil's area. And eventually, when Toil had to fall back, they just salted the earth so that nothing could grow there, and it would be this no man's land that everyone would keep track of and easily see. Eventually, let's get a persuasion check from a Narian or Pod to keep the party with them to see the seer.
That's not me.
That's not great, but whatever.
I've got a psychic link going to all
You guys
four
are
of
very
you now.
trusted, so it's not hard.
Would you want to say that you're helping to give advantage?
Yeah,
We're
absolutely,
both making it
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, an 18 and a 20, so 21.
Cool.
All right. The mousy young man, after conferring with some people, gestures for all of you to enter, and you enter this obsidian encased room. There is a very, very old woman floating in a chair. It looks like maybe the chair is what is levitating, and she kind of slow turns and goes, "Ah, Pod, Anarian. Hello, friends." You can see the seeing stone, the palantir, for lack of a better term, with a drape over it in the room. You can see faint bits of light within the obsidian, shifting and moving around, and wherever she goes is where the cluster of lights along the floor and the walls and the ceiling focus. And she kind of floats up and she goes, well met. I see you've brought some friends, trusted allies, I would hope."
Of course.
Yes, yeah, we would not have brought them here if we didn't trust them.
"Anarian, I am glad you are here, but I sent for Pod because I have a specific task for them. Many of our subtler agents are out and about, and I believe at current, Pod is the best one for the job that we have access to right now. I do believe you don't have any missions as of right now, Pod, is that correct?
None that have been able to reach me. I understand the city is a bit enclosed right now, so if there's any... I've been doing my job though. I think all the information's been traveling right outside the city, and all the pouches are getting where they're supposed to go.
You have been most impressive in your work. Another reason I have sent for you today. Do you know of the Grips? This is a land that you have heard of recently. It is the islands and whirlpools to the northwest of the map. I'll go to the map real quick just so that everyone can see. We are currently here in the largest city of Cairn. The Grips is all the way up here. It's this very dangerous cluster of islands that is surrounded by whirlpools that will change on a dime depending on the tides. Are you familiar with the Grips, Pod?
Am I familiar with the Grips?
You've never been yourself, but you know of them, and you also know that there is a ruin out there somewhere that the Jinn Titus retained.
Right. Yeah, since we've been talking about the Jinn this whole time.
I'm familiar with it. Haven't had any reason to travel out there to do any information gathering, but yeah, I know.
It has come to our attention that a certain wizard has obtained one of our seeing stones.
Well, that's not good.
I agree. And I would like to lay this task at your very capable feet.
Well, you say wizard though. Are you sure I'm the best for this job? I'm not really great on. I mean, you sent me to the Magic Academy to do some cooking instruction and all that, but not really. I could do this. They'll summon I don't know, their favorite, the cheese grater, and just kind of toss it up into the air and it poofs again. I could do that. That's like the extent of my magic. You
but
usually
it is
say
not
me
the extent of your skill, Pod.
Right. I don't know. I'm not usually being sent out to deal with wizards.
We don't need you to deal with the wizard. We need you to steal what has been stolen.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
Excellent. I trust you to be circumspect and subtle, as you have been before.
Well, how do I put this? Subtlety has been it's been slowly evaporating lately. It's not as easy to be as subtle as it. I mean, I'm still gonna try. I'm still gonna do my best, but there's a lot. There's a whole god missing, right? There's a lot of things happening, and it's harder to be subtle.
Indeed. And in these troublesome times, what better opportunity for things to go in our direction? This will be a good opportunity, sounds like, for you to refresh yourself on the basics.
Right. Yeah, the basics. Right. Right. The one with the straightforward. Just do what you're told. Eliminate who needs to be eliminated. No questions asked.
If I need a wall broken down or a tower knocked over, I would have sent for an Aryan. I need subtlety.
Pod is
More than capable of this, Pod.
Pod is uncomfortably glancing at the raven and back down again because Eshna is a ravenet right now. Yes. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yes. As you wish.
Thank you, Pod.
Oh, this is my friends. This is Levy, and this is the bird. This is the raven, and this is Thylo. He was my best friend at the Magical Academy, so maybe he knows a thing or two about the wizards. Are you muted?
You're muted, Ben.
You're muted, Ben.
I was a little bit shy.
I don't really get along with a whole lot of other wizards. So I don't know if I'm the one that you'd want to talk to about something like this, but but like Pod for sure could do it already.
It's so nice to meet
Is something stuck in your throat? Do you need like a lozenge?
Levy's gonna step forward as Thylo struggles and be like, Levy, nice to meet you. I'm so curious, why do they call you the Seer? How much can you see? Could you see the numbers I was hiding behind my back during that conversation? Or is it kind of like a foresight thing? Or
She gestures at the Palantir, the Seeing Stone. I feel nervous saying the word Palantir, but it's the best word.
Seeing stone.
Seeing Stone.
Not
The orb
copyrighted.
with which to be pondered. She gestures at it feebly over her shoulder. I have many means of sight, but none of them are physical. My eyesight is going, which I always thought was a bit ironic. Even when I got the position, my eyesight was beginning to fail, but it does not inhibit my capabilities, dear. It's a pleasure to meet
of course
you.
not.
Levy, can you make a stealth check and/or sleight of hand against my 19 perception to see you with those numbers?
Yeah. I mean,
I've never had
I
a player
rolled
ask
an
another player
18.
to make a sleight of hand.
it's 18 plus 7 no matter what, so
Ah, boo. Okay.
25.
Yep.
You were so
Yeah.
I was so nervous
Yeah.
about it's fine. So, wizard mission. What information do you have on the wizard?
We don't have much, but I do know that the local pirates have to pay a toll, an ongoing tax. So she allows them to be within her waters. They fear her more than they fear the grips. I'm to understand that her tower is built within a whirlpool.
Oh,
So she's had the stone just recently?
Indeed. And I would have it returned to the fold.
do the seeing bowls, can they see each other?
Indeed.
So we know where it is, and is that why it's covered right now? Because it works both ways.
It is not an open connection.
Oh.
But she could attempt to wrest my attention from things she doesn't want to have seen. And I can do likewise.
So you could go over to that stone and like touch it or talk to it and then ask it to show us that girl and she can be like, no.
She has means of cloaking herself, but the location of the stone is known to us and therefore her tower.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know it's a her?
Oh, don't ask those stupid questions. We always know those kind of questions. It's like cutting in front of the seer at this point. Like it's just in your head you're asking too many questions. Stop asking questions. It's the seer. Pod is very anxious right now, so stop asking questions.
Onarian butts in just a little more gently. We're already breaking protocol letting you in here. Let's not ruffle any more feathers than we need to at this point.
At the sound of ruffle more feathers, I want to do the magical eyes to see if I can see what other magical items are in the room.
There is not much in the room. A couple of doorways that can be magically sealed. The pedestal with which the seeing stone is on top of is arcane, and looks like it's key in using it. What it does is it amplifies the abilities of the stone, but the stone can function without the pedestal. She herself has a few magical rings on her person.
Pod is outwardly relieved that their brother is stepping in, is helping.
I can telepathy to you, right?
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as we're
It's
linked? Okay.
It's I'm 4-way linked to all of you, but like it's only you can only talk back to me. You can't talk to each other.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, just you're gonna hear this. Hey, ha, I wanna go. Do you think, maybe like, if she could get a horse? Or 5?
I mean, we might be able to get it from the church, but otherwise we might be able to get it ourselves.
Okay.
The network is only broken from the city outward, but inside the city is the information network is pretty vast. You could probably find it.
Okay.
Is there? Do you know? Is there anything you want to ask about more about the wizard? Since you know maybe more wizardy questions. Just don't ask stupid questions like Larry. Just don't do that. Don't ask those questions.
Thylo completely freezes, arguing now in his own brain about what determines what a question becomes stupid or not. Because he's like, no, I think that someone asking a question might be stupid to them, but also more stupid to me. So where is this threshold? What is a stupid to a seer?
I'm gonna. There's so many words. I'm gonna cut the connection.
During this, it's just silent, and Levy looks at Anarian, and she goes, "Okay, but now it's really quiet."
Was there anything else?
Do we know where the wizard learned magic, studied magic?
Afraid not.
Head and hands.
She focuses her attention on you, Thylo, and you watch her kind of, and she kind of floats forward a little bit. Pod. Anarian.
Mm-hmm.
I would not presume to assume that you did not know who all is in your midst. I would simply urge you to be careful. Having an elf with you would draw attention. I urge you to
keep
be
that in mind.
careful.
Thank you. for the
And you,
advice.
my dear, says to Thylo, most of all need to be cautious. People fear your folk.
Yeah, it's noticeable. Everyone. I think it's called projection, actually, and I think I do it mostly.
Yeah, I know you're blind, but like, yeah, Thylo's a real menacing figure that would, he keeps himself nice and menacing.
Well,
So, how exactly do you see if you can't see?
Oh God, Lily, why?
Let's
There
go,
you
everybody.
go.
I think we're good. I think we've learned
What
all
is
the fun
that I
information
hear
we can.
people are calling
I
us
think
from outside?
we should
Yeah.
just, and he's like kind of like grabbing Levy and like urging her out of him, like, oh, okay, that's enough.
Okay.
her
Let's go."
chair just, bye now. Do be
Thank-
safe.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for not killing us. Bye.
I poke my head back in. Can we see someone about possibly acquiring horses, or do we have to do that ourselves? Like, will the church supply horses, or is this a?
I will send word to Ruffin to have 4 horses ready for you. It says 4 because one's a bird.
You're most gracious. Thank you so much.
Levy pops her head back in. By the way, carrots are really good
No,
for eyesight.
and he she like.
By the way, Carrot. All right. Party finds themselves outside the inconspicuous headquarters of Cairn's Church of Amiss.
You
Yeah,
guys
lucky
totally
she
ruined
was-
my entire plan.
We're lucky she was in a good mood.
The whole
She's not-
idea was, with all those questions, was to keep her from looking at Eshna or Thylo. Y'all ruined it.
I just
We should
kind of
go.
like poke her with my beak. I'm like, in her head, I was like, she didn't notice me. We're fine.
I succeeded in one thing.
Pod is sweating. Sweating. I just lied. I just lied to the seer. I just lied to the seer. I don't
And
know
she
why I
said
did it.
Pirates? She said pirates, right?
Well, oh yeah,
Yes.
pirates deal with all the time, but I just lied to the seer.
Oh, I've always wanted to fight a pirate.
Good news. They're going to provide us with 4 horses. Sorry, Eshna, you're a bird, and she didn't. You think we needed 5?
That's okay. I can also become a horse, so
Right.
we're not to worry.
Horses.
I have a crazy idea. What if I just stayed at home? Huh?
No.
But-
Does anybody have one of those delicious snacks? Because I think that could help Thylo right now.
Let's medicate Thyla.
But what about your father? I mean, this whole thing is to try to find him.
Have one of these.
Give you one of the cheese sticks. It's a chef treat.
Oh, thank you.
It magically turned into a cracker. How fascinating.
It has
You're
it
gonna
has
say it's
mechanical
magically
purposes.
delicious.
It is. It has mechanical purposes. Order the chef feat.
What new?
I'm looking that up now. Chef treats. They last 8 hours after being made. You can use a bonus action to eat one to gain temporary hit points equal to 4. You get 4 HP, or temporary HP if you eat them.
What a hearty
Wow.
cracker. What a hearty cheese stick.
I can make 8 of them. So
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, you mentioned what about my dad? He eats the snack, and there's just a brief moment of just like, I mean, the briefest moment of resolve that pokes through.
the
And he
best
goes,
cheese stick ever.
There we go.
Okay, let's go.
And it's gone. No. Just pats Thylo. Like,
Alright.
yeah, good job. Good effort.
You guys do not know where the headquarters of Despair is, but you can ask around in some creative ways so that I'm curious to see how you go about. You could also just head to the nearest prison.
Well, do we know anyone that's part of the Church of Despair?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Really
Yeah.
cross paths with those bunch.
I can maybe find. I
will-
can maybe use. Oh, go ahead.
I
I
will
don't-
allow Pod to make and Anarian to make a history check, DC of 18, to have worked or colluded with some of them before Eshna go.
In our traveling performances, have Levy and I ever been here to know anyone from the church?
Seeing as they run prisons, I feel like there would be a vested interest in staying away from
But
those
Eshna was in a
individuals,
prison.
but I will. This is true. I will allow Eshna and Levy to also make a history check with a higher
Heck
DC.
yeah.
I would like to point out that my background feature says if you do not know the information that you're looking for, you often know where and from whom you can obtain it.
Jail and your party members, you're welcome.
Sweet.
11 minus 1, that's a 10.
Okay. You
rolled
don't think you've interacted with anyone from the Church of Despair. 17? No dice.
19.
19, okay. Pod, no dice. Yes, Levy?
I was gonna say, are there any prison-looking guard types around?
Yes, you can come across some of them. Anarian with a 18. You do recall when you once set up
19.
19. You do recall handing off a corrupt merchant back in the day over to some members of the Church of Despair so that he could be imprisoned. So you do have the connection of one individual you know as Rosic. You know which prison he works out of.
I may know one person that we could try.
And you know one or two meeting places where you might be able to catch him outside of work, where you spoke with him in neutral territory.
What are they like?
What are those? What are those places?
One's a pub. The other is a local, like a bathhouse. Very indescript.
There's a pub he frequents, or at least used to frequent. We could try there. And there's a bathhouse, and I really hope we don't have to do that.
Well, we have.
Everyone but the chat is hoping that doesn't happen.
As long as we have this person's name, we might be able to find more information if that doesn't work out. Because it's kind of my thing. You can figure out where they are, and maybe we can find more about them. And then
His name was Rosic.
are we? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna capture and interrogate this person? I'm not really.
No.
We're just going to ask
good.
him.
I love when those words happen. Okay.
Just some friendly conversation and see if he'll tell us where we can talk to the higher ups of Despair, where we can get some answers about what's going on at St. Pete's.
I don't know, maybe we tell him that we know some pirates that need to pay taxes or something like that.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page as this group here. We were given a choice between pursuing a super powerful group of people that are trying to capture a bunch of genies, or finding the people that farm souls, and we're deciding to go with the prison soul thing guy. We're doing that. That's what we're doing.
I mean, we're
Okay.
doing both, but this is here and now, so.
Yeah, it might lead us to the gin thing. I'm not really sure yet, because it might all be related, because with the Storefather disappearing and all that. And I think Despair might have something to do with it.
Oh no! It's fine. I'm just making sure that those are our two options.
That's what we do. That's what we're doing. It's fun, right?
What's Rosic like, personality-wise?
Rosic, as you recall, Anarian is a very down-to-earth, monotone type, kind of an info broker kind of type. Thinks in numbers and deals.
Philo, we found you a friend. You're gonna get along with them great.
Uh-huh. I believe you.
Darlo,
Probably.
come here, Darlo, come here, Darlo. We're gonna be great. So everything's gonna be fine. There's someone here who knows a lot about numbers and a lot about magic, and that's you. And you're really great at that. So trust yourself. I think you could be really helpful and really good for what we're doing. I think you'll be fine. And if anything happens, then we got Anarian will help you. And if you die, I'll bring you back.
Whoa, why
Oh,
dying?
real quick,
Why is that brought in? Hold up
What
now.
was that last thing you said out loud to me just now? What was that? You said that?
I said everything was gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Pat on the head.
And if you have to lie, we'll cover you. That's what he said. Okay, come on. Doesn't even know where she's going. She's just starting to lead Philo somewhere.
How many times has Levy been like, all right, and then had to be like, all right.
With full confidence, no matter what. Even when she's wrong, she's like,
yeah.
yep, I knew.
Oh, yeah.
We got a wizard to find, and you're the only wizard I know. So you gotta come. You gotta do this with me. You gotta do this.
There are other wizards.
No, you're the mirror, but no other wizard's got this face, and then just back into your face with the mustache, big old smile.
I cast minor illusion on my own face to make it yours.
Oh, this is trippy. This is really trippy.
The
Wait.
world is uncomfortable.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Well, now I'm just a cook at a wizard's college who also occasionally maybe potentially kills people or something. I don't know. That's the whole thing I'm still processing.
Oh,
Not
we are
potentially.
definitely
Silence.
going to use this in the future.
Oh no.
Did all of us hear about the parents? Or did they just say like the names of the parents and we wouldn't recognize it as their parents? Did somebody say like, "Hey, Anarian, I heard your parents are back in town," or like?
I would
Doing a
say
thing.
I would say that yeah, I would say that information is out there.
And remind me about the information. Are they in town?
No, they're out.
No.
Around the
Okay.
salted wastes, etc.
Yes. That's. I was making sure that they hadn't come back from doing that yet.
Cool.
I actually, speaking of that, I wanted to cast Sending. to
Oh.
them.
Okay.
You're just gonna be like, "Hi, Mum. Hope you and Dad are doing well. Pod and I are leaving Can on some business. Love you. Stay safe." Kind of looks at Pod and
Tell
Pod
them I
says
say
hi.
hi.
Pod says hi.
They'll never believe that.
And they might.
They might. Tell them I love them.
I ran out of words.
Dang it.
A moment
just said
a
hi.
moment passes, and just before you can kind of breach into concern and worry, you hear, "Hey, sweetie." Oh, I'm so glad you made your way back to Cairn. I know you're being careful. Stay safe. Ruffle Pod's hair for me. They're such a good bean. We're busy dealing with some shenanigans. We found that some of the salt was sentient, and it's actually more of a funny story than a scary one. Don't worry about us. We're doing fine. Hope you're well. Drink lots of water. And then the message cuts off because run out of words.
Good news. They're fine. Although some of the salt is sentient, but she says it's funny and not bad. And also,
Every time I hear about
Ruffles
sentient
hair.
salt, I laugh out loud. I laugh out loud. It's so funny to me when I hear about sentient salt.
Because of what you did.
I don't know. My parents will be fine. Don't worry about it. It's alright. They said not to worry. We're not gonna worry about it. We got other things to worry about, like this church we're about to learn more about. I wanna make this very clear to all of you. The church's information is very, very hard to obtain sometimes. So that's why we don't really know a lot about each other, because we try to keep each other, our own secrets under wraps. So I'm not saying this is impossible, because I gotta do information. That's the thing I do, so I can probably do it pretty good. But like, this is why I need your help. I can't do this alone, and it's not going to be entirely easy to attain this information.
Fellow like pops his head up and just goes, "Did you say there was like secret information?"
There's all kinds of secret information. You didn't even know anything about the hidden parts of the churches until I told you, right?
And I think it's safe to say that none of us are going to go spill each other's secrets to anybody, at least without checking first.
Oh right, yeah, that's the other thing. So you are part of this now. You're like, it's kind of like we're doing our jobs, but like you're not part of the church. So like, if you do tell the secrets, I will have to kill you.
Where's the secret information?
Oh, he's somewhere. You'll probably stumble upon it at some point.
I would like to verify what do I know any secret information yet?
yes, yeah.
Yeah, you know where a secret base is now.
Oh,
You've
okay.
You've talked to the seer.
I don't see how that okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Just
did.
don't talk and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm sorry we did all this without giving you a chance to say no. But we didn't really think about it. I was really anxious. And there was the seer
I
reminded me.
am great at keeping secrets.
Just-
Worry
just-
not.
Eshna hops into Anari and said, "No, he's
As
not."
soon as
I just,
Pod
I
said
just
the
immediately
information
send a
was-
link to Pod. We're gonna have to watch her.
I'm seeing the looks you guys all are giving each other, and I'm just saying, what secrets have I spilt? You guys have records of none. Eshna, don't you squawk. I don't want to hear nothing.
Ben?
When I was 5 does not count. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, as soon as Pod said the information was just out there somewhere, Thylo's right eye drifted off to the side and his left eye just rolled back, and you just saw the bird, like the spectral bird, just take full flight just directly up into the air, and then the ghost
there he
kind of
goes.
wander off down an alley.
There we go. Starts like gently tapping his face. Thylo, come back. Trying to like knock his eye, like literally thinking if she knocks the eye back.
Oh, you hit
That'll
him hard
bring
enough,
him
he'll lose
back.
concentration, I guess.
Come on,
but-
come on.
I'm gonna
Hey,
I'm
hey.
gonna
It's not
stand
even
on
concentration.
Silo's like shoulder, and I'm gonna like try with like my bird wings, just kind of direct him if he needs to walk.
Probably
Can't
safe.
see. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't like bump into anything, you know.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Levy is not paying attention where she's going. Just using, I don't know, some kind of monk skill or something to just like weave. And she's like, hey, come back, come back.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
imagine you like going backwards over something, doing a backwards somersault, and then come back and be like, "This way, watch out for that." This.
Don't trip over that could be
Alright.
dangerous for you. Not for me,
You
though.
guys act like Thylo hasn't done this before. This is a constant
Yeah.
mold earth cantrip that is being
No,
cast
we literally-
directly in front of him.
No, we literally just discussed the whole like don't spill secrets, and you heard secrets go find, and that's concerning.
All right.
I love information.
All right, okay, all right.
On our way
Love
to the pub,
Yes.
Oh, the pub.
Welcome.
What time of day is it?
Jinx.
A
We
little before
want a drink.
noon.
We want. Oh.
Yeah, easy. Start off with a Bloody Mary.
Welcome to the Rough Patch.
Mm.
Moses.
Welcome to the Rough Patch. A kind of
Rough
seedier
Patch.
tavern, just outside the reach of the Longfall. You guys dipping in. It looks like it's pretty empty. Looking around, Anarian, you do see Rossic, who has just this untouched bowl of chowder, and he's currently talking to somebody. They're talking a little bit. You can see the bartender polishing a glass, not really looking up. There's not many other patrons in the bar right now. Eventually, Rossic notices Anarian and then does like a shooing motion to the person he's talking to. And the older gentleman kind of looks around and then disappears.
Oh,
That wasn't suspicious.
Magic eyeballs.
They have teleported away.
No.
Magic
magical.
eyeball!
Is there any other magical items in the bar?
Nah. This is pretty
Dang
pretty
it.
seedy. Well, let's chew on how we want to approach this, and we'll take a break real quick. Chat will be right back.
yeah.
Peacock now.
Okay. Party looking around, very, very run down area. Very inconspicuous, dim lit pub.
I would like to be in my Furbolg outfit.
Okay.
Well, look anyway.
All right. So he gestures away the person he was talking to, teleported away, looks at Anarian, looks at the booth seat.
approach and sit down.
It's been some
Rosic.
time.
How have you been?
I have been eating good. Much work to be had with any large-scale society and their prisons.
Speaking of prisons, I was wondering, where might I go to get some more information about St. Pete's.
Why are you asking around about St. Pete's?
I had a very interesting interaction the other day with the Church of Death. And with they're far too eager to send innocent people to St. Pete's.
But we can't have that.
No.
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna assume.
I was about to
We
say,
went
I'm
to
so
sit
good at those,
down.
but I have a +9, so I actually am very good at those.
He did. He would have clammed up if everyone came and sat down.
No, not. Sorry for clarification. Not with them. Like.
Oh, you guys get
following
a table
Pod's
somewhere.
lead. Yeah. Are we just gonna stand near the door? No, we're gonna go somewhere.
I imagine we just sat at the bar.
47.
You guys initiate yourselves into the initiate. Anyway, what was it? 27.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Wow.
good at these. 27.
I forgot insight was wisdom and not intelligence.
Homie has been eating good. He's looking healthy. He's dressed as a little finer. You can spot a few magic items. He's got this strange moon sickle kind of on the seat next to him. And he kind of leans forward and goes, from one professional to another, I would recommend that you didn't poke too deep into another church's affairs. But if there is a transgression that needs your attention, I assume this is urgent.
Would not be here otherwise. I like you, I know the importance of each church doing their thing. But this seems off.
You can see that he's genuinely put off by this, as if someone out there is messing with his shit. You know what I mean? Someone's sticking their thumb in his pie, if you will.
And Arnarian is taking like the most genuine approach to this. He's not trying to sneak an answer out of him.
Yeah. Philo.
Philo is going to run off to the bathroom.
Okay.
And cast Detect Thoughts on himself.
On himself?
That's how it works. Seth.
Oh, right, okay. Bro, I was like, a feedback loop!
I was like, I wonder what other people do.
That's instantly what I went to as well. So
And Philo just has an aneurysm in the back room.
No,
folds
Detect
in on
Thoughts
his
Bird's
on
just
line.
twitching.
Somewhere a bird falls from the sky.
And so, for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. Basically, all I have to do is like focus on someone, and I get their surface level thoughts.
Okay.
I can use an action to probe deeper, but then that means they get to make a save, and they'll also at that point be
Aware.
alerted
Yeah.
that someone's. And it
Initial
does say
thoughts.
questions directed at the target naturally shape the course of its thoughts.
Yeah.
So, yada yada.
You dive in, you get the surface level of his thoughts, and it is surprisingly guarded against such things, but you do get things like, how can I benefit from this? Who's messing with my money flow, essentially? Who is rigging this system so completely? Who's who's interrupting the proper flow of things?
So his general concern is about
Himself,
the money specifically, or just
his own gain and how it can be affected
okay
by this new information.
I'm gonna cast message, so just a little point at Anarian and relay
Okay,
that
so you're back in the
thoughts.
tavern.
He's worried about his own.
Okay, you relay that to Anarian.
And with message, I don't get anything back, right? That's just a cantrip.
Arguably, you guys also could talk to each other by simply using me as the transport of the message.
So everyone has to talk like Pod, because he's going back and forth for you guys.
No, I can. I'm a shapeshifter. I can change my voice to sound like.
That's true.
What am I saying? No, everyone else has to do that. I don't want to have to start sounding like you guys. I'm not about to do that.
Yeah, we just start texting you messages.
Dang.
You do get to message back. It says you can reply in a whisper that only I would be able to hear.
Anarian, you get to the conclusion that sliding him a few gold would go a long way, because that's where his head's at. Is self-interest, self-gain, money flow. This is bad news potentially for my money flow.
Just a whisper. That figures. Thanks to Philo. And I take out like 10 gold in a pouch and just slide over.
You slide it over, and he kind of raises
any
an
leads you
eyebrow.
could give me would be appreciated.
He doesn't touch the money at first, but he does. So he looks around and sees that there's more people in general in here, and he doesn't touch the money, but he goes, "That's quite generous of you. And while I would never give up the location to my most holy site, I can tell you that there is a fairly important location just north of the Church of Amora's headquarters. Look for the Red Lantern. I don't know if I can help you gain access, but it is a good place to start."
Thank you. Don't worry. We never spoke.
He scoops up the gold. He gets up, nods to you, and heads to the bar. Standing next to Levy, he orders a drink, and kind of a bit of a run-down neck of the woods for someone like you, isn't it?
I wouldn't quite say so.
What is my detect thoughts picking up now?
Hot. Also suspicious.
I could say the same thing about you, though. You look pretty high class.
I do all right.
Philo hears hot. He gets blushed. And then he's gonna stand up and just casually hand on your shoulder, Levy, and I'm casting enhance ability and giving you Eagle's Splendor, so you have advantage on all charisma checks for the next hour, and then I am dashing to the bathroom again.
You touch him on the you touch her on the shoulder, and he locks eyes with you, Philo. And as you dash away, you get
My
the
poor companion.
You get the something is wrong.
Poor guy. We had... Now, mind you, I should have listened. It probably wasn't the best place to eat, which was my bad. But I insisted we eat at a place a little bit further back, and just not agreeing with him today.
I must assist him. He turns and walks away from you and nods to Anarian in a "hey, follow me" kind of sense, and then gets to the bathroom and looks to you, Anarian, and says, we've been made, and shoulder checks the door, easily breaking it open. To Thylo, you whip around, you hear him coming, and him and Anarian, as he steps in and pulls out the long moon sickle and goes, talk. You're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
Yay! It's a real, it's a real episode.
Munching on chips. Okay.
Hang on.
He
There we go.
Hey.
I put an arm,
Is
a hand
there?
on his arm.
Okay.
Would there have been a stall?
No, it's a single
In the-
bathroom. Anarian, go ahead.
Okay.
He's with me.
Coffee
many-
goes right through me.
He goes, my apologies. And he kind of leans the broken door back and he mends it and looks to you, Anarian, and says, you brought a few friends then. Did you suspect violence in this encounter?
No. But with the absence of the Stormfather, things have been more chaotic lately. And if you've noticed, all of our packs were looking to leave the city. So this is kind of a last errand before we leave.
I too plan on leaving the city soon. If these rumors are true, it might be time to get out of Cairn.
At this point, you guys hear. I've cast Minor Illusion. You guys hear a long, loud fart. And then Thyla go, oh god.
That's both campaigns using
Yep.
spells to make poop noises.
Yeah, we're 2 for 3. All right.
Someone message Lexi.
She can't do it. Her character's dead. Lord.
That's true. She's dead.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, things got sideways fast.
Oh, I am not caught up.
Oh dude, level 20 campaigns go burr. But
Yeah.
Okay, he goes. He kind of. Oh god, he goes. Best of luck to you, Anarian. He turns and walks away. You guys see as he leaves, looking over his shoulder and kind of noting all of you.
That was close. But we have a starting point at least.
Like me to follow him.
Sure.
I'll wait
We'll
a second
still-
and then
We'll still need to figure out a way in once we find it. So maybe if he goes there and has a password or ritual, then
I'll link my mental link to Anarian for the next hour.
Okay.
And then I'll hop out bar and follow him.
That was better. You take to the skies and begin following. Roll a perception to keep track of him as he begins moving quite deftly through the city.
I also have my hawk follow her and help her with the perception.
Oh, thank you. That was very helpful because I rolled a 3 and then the second one was a nat 20.
Hey.
Also,
All right.
Taylor, could
Yeah.
you move the mic up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe. a touch
Okay,
closer.
yeah. I don't.
Sorry,
It's like
I sat back
sometimes you
'cause
sound
I have
really,
the dog.
really good, and then like the middle of the sentence will like dip out.
Okay. You.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say during this, after this, whatever. I want to have asked the bartender once the guy left, not about him, but kind of like, wow, you must get quite a few soldiers in here. Is that ever like intimidating? Are there ever fights? And I'm trying to get them to talk about clientele, if that guy specifically ever has anybody else in there
Okay.
with him, stuff like that.
Very ugly bartender. We went to break and they were like, Jeff,
Footnote.
all of your NPCs are hot. And I'm like, no, that can't be. And they were like, dude. And I was like, okay, well, time to bring in some ugly people.
Ugliest perspective. Or...
Yeah, that's true. So it's pretty.
This is true.
This hunchback of a bartender.
Wait, that's my type.
Oh no.
The I can fix him type.
Oh god.
Just a little bit of chiropractic.
Yeah,
Little
it's
bit of
good little
magic.
cracks.
He goes on about not much useful information. I'll chew on that and get back to you. Eshna. Perfect 20. He does not head in any direction towards the primary church of Amora. He follows the coastline, goes out that ways, and once he gets to the coastline, he kind of leaves the harbor and goes on for a ways until he starts getting close to some of the private beaches owned by the Church of the Stormfather. And you watch as he reaches into the sand, illusion of sand, and pulls and opens up a hatch after looking around very carefully. Doesn't spot you, and he lowers himself down before closing it, and you think you might have actually found the secret headquarters.
And Arian just hears in his head, "Oh, I found it! It's on the beach."
Rats. Good luck.
I'll fly back to him
Okay.
after making a very strong mental note of what pile of sand specifically is.
Nice.
I'll just leave my bird there.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we get some deserters sometimes coming in from Long Fall, and then they try to have a drink, and I get good money for turning those dudes in. Let me tell you what.
Man, Jeff, that voice is so hot.
Oh God.
This bartender must be like super rugged and really like low-key handsome.
I hate it here. I can't win. No one wins at D&D.
The humpback just adds character, and he just seems like such a real
Yeah.
person.
It makes them unique.
You're doing your
Levy's
best, Jeff.
gonna very quickly probably realize that this guy's not gonna give her much, and
It's probably paid to not give much information.
yeah, she's not smart enough to come to that conclusion though. So she just realizing, nope, he's not. None of this is helpful at all, and basically is going to very politely say goodbye and kind of just tap pod and be like, "Let's go."
Where are we going? We're going somewhere? I'm in the
Anywhere
furball
but
form.
here.
This is not what your last furball sounded like.
No, it's not.
The furball was the deep gruff, like, dumber one.
Okay. I think you're right, actually. Yeah, it was an orc
Yeah.
I'm thinking about.
The super hot
The sultry
female
one,
orc
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, there's differences. I remember all of my characters. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Wait, do we still have Timmy? Tony?
Timon?
Timon?
Timon? Yes, I believe so. I believe yes.
Yeah,
Unless you wanted to leave him with doing.
I kind of want to
been-
leave him with doing. Not my
What?
say though.
Absolutely
I
not.
didn't adopt him.
Do we need him for anything?
Obviously.
I
Okay.
think it's just a flight risk. He's a flight risk, and I don't want him knowing any more than he does.
He
'Cause he
didn't go
never
to the
really-
church, so.
And he didn't really give us any answers on how he was connected to Mirror Sky. Just that he
He
was.
didn't know much, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't know
Mm.
much. I'd say leave him with doing.
Fine.
You guys
With
come
firm
back and he's like,
instructions for doing to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Timon, we need you to get a level of something, please. Just work on your fighting techniques.
I need you to
Need to
become a
be useful.
sidekick and get
Yeah.
12 sidekick levels real quick.
We
Yeah.
come back
Yeah.
and Dude's Timon's an artificer. He's just in my dad's workshop building magic items and
Just
shit.
studying.
I need
I've
you
got
to
the iron
infuse
flask.
this so it's better.
Okay, the party reconvenes outside.
So that went very smooth.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys learned. Did you learn anything?
Well, we learned of a most likely fake location of the actual headquarters, and then so conveniently led Ashna to the real one.
Woo!
That's great. Why don't are we there next? Are we going there next? Do we wait till night?
He went in there. So he's in there. I don't know if that matters, but
What is this a secret entrance to?
a church,
The Church of Despair.
Oh, the church. Okay.
the soul mining church,
The soul farming people.
farming. Yes, farming. He went underground. Mining.
Mining for crypto.
Dogecoin.
Now, I guess my question is there any point in us going in there though? I
If
feel
we
like
want-
that's very risky.
We want answers, yeah.
It comes down to if we want to step into somewhere more public and less risky, or somewhere much risky and less public.
Much risky.
Well, what if you, Anarian, you said he went to the bathhouse often, right?
Right.
I don't know much about bathhouse personally, but do you think that, I don't know, that there's any of his belongings there or anything we could use that we should try and gather before we go into the secret door? Otherwise, I say let's just go into the sand.
I mean,
Well,
go ahead.
What did he look like again?
He is very
Hot.
very dark-skinned tiefling with the long dreads and the horns curling around the back.
So hot.
Got it.
I was like, I wasn't wrong, was I?
No.
Look, does he have a mustache?
He's got like a 6 o'clock shadow thing going on.
All right. Well, he's about to have a thicker mustache.
Okay.
Pod can shapeshift, but Pod does not lose the mustache.
Taylor,
Can
I
I
need
just,
you to
like-
whip up the character art on the quick.
What if Pod was to shapeshift
Yeah.
and then shave the mustache off? Would it just like immediately grow back, or would it like is it just impervious too, or like
Oh.
I just see him starting to like block swords with his mustache because it can't get cut. Like,
right? Like I'm just
It's not that Pod has plot armor, it's that his mustache does. Their mustache, sorry.
like if you were to really want to commit to the bit.
Well, I'm also feeling very charismatic, so maybe we go and find a less suspicious church of whatever we're going to person and convince them to let us in or something.
Let's do that, and then if that fails, then we know a backup.
Yeah.
Okay.
well,
that's good.
my thing, I want to pull Anarian aside just a little bit and kind of like whisper, what's end game? What is your goal in getting in there? He told us about the red lanterns, and that's another thing that we could go towards, but what is our goal in getting into the Church of a Mist right now?
Church of Despair.
Right.
If our
Yeah.
Them
yeah,
too.
the Church of Despair. If the secrets have led us towards red lanterns, then I mean, I have to follow the secrets and go towards the Red Lantern.
Oh, right. That's probably.
It's a private conversation between Philo and Anarian. Sorry,
he pulled
Pod.
Anarian.
Okay, all right.
Red lanterns are where the church is. And if there's a chance that someone has corrupted and is just sending people to get for soul harvesting, they need to know about it. The higher ups need to know, or I hope it's not the case that they're in on it. But either way, I need answers. I'm going there with or without you all.
So you could say, Anarian, that you have a sense of moral responsibility. Or duty,
Yeah.
even.
Thylo just wanted to see, like, the reason you're going in there at all is to fight corruption, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Was Pod in the, I guess, the court when you saw the guy that works with the Church of Death that runs the teleporter?
Yeah. He was there.
So Pod knows what that guy looks like. And if you wanted to
See.
really quickly find out whether or not the higher ups in the Church of Despair are in on the corruption, I might show them that guy who's sending them the souls.
Not a bad plan.
The only issue we have is, can Pod change their clothes?
No.
Okay. Okay. One of
Not
the
with
issues.
the magical feature, but they
Yeah.
could acquire clothes.
Yeah. We would have to get Pod a disguise and a really good excuse for why this guy is suddenly bringing in a bunch of strangers.
Right. All right. So the rest of the next 3 episodes are going to be finding me a magical set of clothing that can change, because I have that as one of my items that I wanted for magic items. And then we also have to get Pod's anxiety over so that they could actually get rid of the mustache. So let's work on that, and only on that.
What if we
Oh,
work
oh
on
my
the
god,
next
what's going on? My
things?
book just fell open to the page with the spell Seeming on it, and Seeming has jumped from the book and now transformed all of us into looking like different people, including our clothes. What?
Magic is crazy.
Jeff, I'd love if you would just move all of our photos, just one. Oh.
Yeah.
We all just look like each other.
Oops, all Pod.
Oops, all pod.
Oh no.
Well, this is nice. How does this get us inside?
Are we back to all talking amongst each other now?
Oh, I see.
Oh gosh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. After I figured out what Anarian
Okay.
wanted to
Yeah.
do, now it's become plan time. So I assume we're just heading towards the beach.
Yeah, we're making our way.
Yeah.
Well, the first one's Red Lanterns. That one's
Yeah, I thought we were doing the Red Lantern
Are you
because
are you
Lenny
sure?
is
Risky
feeling
and
very
then the risky.
charismatic.
I thought the red. Oh, I'm very confused. Where are the
I-
red
You were
lanterns
feeling
again?
You were feeling
red-
charismatic, so you want to go use your charisma on people. So we should go to
Yes.
the Red Lantern.
5.
Yeah.
That's in town.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I thought it was out of
the,
town.
That was the point
No.
that Rossic gave Anarian.
Well,
We're
sounds
sure
good.
that's not a trap. Dude, there's no
Oh, it's
not like
It's absolutely a
Absolutely.
trap. He told us about the location and then quickly went to the hidden entrance and went down it
right.
in order to inform everybody where exactly he was sending us
Well, we could just
as
we
we're
could
looking
just,
for him.
Yeah, we could just not go there. We could. I could write some info to tell the church about where their trap location is, and we could just go to where the actual place is supposed to be.
What? Okay. I think my confusion here is, where did Rossic tell Anarian the Red Lanterns led to?
just
It was
just north of the Church of Amora, and look for the Red Lanterns is where.
is where an establishment where he might be able to find answers that he's looking for.
To the Church of Mora.
More people to talk.
No, the
Saint
to
Pete's.
a Church of Despair.
Right. I think he's lying. I think that was all a lie, and that was just
different places.
I think that was a trap.
Jeff, I rolled a 27 on my insight. Like, do I
Did he
get
feel
the
like he
sense
was
that
lying?
was genuine?
It's
or...
likely that the place he went to is the trap, because he was sus of a bunch of people being kind of along the ride, and so as a safety precaution, it's likely he went to a place in the event that he was followed.
Okay. Red Lantern.
Right.
The
let's
other
go.
way around. Right. That's why I don't do a lot of thinking.
I'm confused, but we're going to some Red Lanterns.
Red Lantern.
All right.
And just be prepared for anything.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
The party begins heading northwards. You find as you're going along, you pass by the primary church of Amora, and you can see the massive statue in the courtyard of the 3 torsos, 1 pair of legs. But with the Church of Amiss, you got 1 torso pushing the other 2 away, and that's Repel. You've got Forget, the 1 torso that's kind of looking askance, and you've got Stagnate, which is just like this folded over torso. Amora has all 3 torsos linked together by the elbow, like kind of hand in hand, if you will. One of them holding a book, and the other one's holding hands and just making various symbols. And it looks gorgeous. High pillars, almost a courthouse looking aspect. The Church of Amora, one of their many things is education. And so, not in the arcane sense like Thylo's experience, but more of a more public access education. They see it as their duty to help with that kind of stuff. And you pass by that, continuing onwards for only a couple of minutes, you get to the wall, one of the northernmost walls of the city. And one of the buildings that's backed up against that wall has a red lantern. Looks to be a residential of some kind. Couple stories, fairly well built up. Again, inconspicuous.
Over to Narian. So what kind of building is that in secret church building aesthetics?
I'm not sure. He said we'd have to figure out how to get in ourselves. We tried just kind of looking around,
Secrets?
but not super sus about it.
Yeah, we got secrets. We got anything else up your sleeve, wizard?
Oh, can I make an investigation check on the building and the surrounding area? Just check for illusions or anything like that.
That would be an Arcana check. Investigation would be more physical if you want to do that instead.
I get +8 to both, so.
Well, if you're looking for arcane stuff, that's gonna be an Arcana.
Yeah, as for things like minor illusion and like where I'm creating illusions, the book says it would have to be an investigation check. But
Okay, sure, investigation check. Just hit me with it.
yeah, not that it's the same roll either way, but 25.
25. The knocker on the door is pseudo sentient and kind of keeping an eye out.
Interesting.
The red lamp
Cool.
also has some kind of arcane abilities to deter if the knocker needs to call upon it.
And we're not seeing anyone near the building, going in the building, leaving the building.
It's a crowded street, but as far as the building itself, You can see the lights on in some of the windows, but you can't really see into them from this angle.
Can't see into the windows from there.
Give Ashna a little nudge.
I'll fly around, see what I can see.
You
I'll
fly-
blind link with
You fly-
Levy before I go.
Sure thing. Make a perception check.
Can I help by checking the building on the outside and kind of
That would
looking
be
around
around
for? Okay, I'll do that. Ooh, nice.
23.
23. Okay.
Yeah.
Through the window, that once you get some height on the 3rd floor, you can see a hearth. And this kind of hunched over individual looking through a book. Blue filigree all along the hood. And it seems they're trying not to nod off. Small glass of water on the stand next to him. Big overstuffed chair that he's sitting in.
I cannot see their like face or anything.
If you stand in there for a little while, eventually the face of a surprisingly young individual. Young in the face, but the hands are old and gnarled.
I'll fly back to the group and I'll share all that.
Okay. Pod?
Is there a way to get up to that window where that
There's
person
some
is?
vines that you could climb.
Can I?
Hmm.
Do we want that person
Maybe.
out? Like to come outside? What do we want with this person?
I could always take them out and then be them.
Are we trying to talk to this person? Because I could just go in their head and be like, help. I need your help. I'm
No,
thinking-
this is some sort of trap, and Thylo is just full thinking right now. Like eyes are going crazy. So the knocker sees things, and this lantern that's not good news either. There's a guy in there that looks young and old at the same time. That's not great. Is there something in the back of the house? Is there a way in from the back?
It pushes up against the wall.
Up against the wall.
The city wall.
Oh, the city wall.
Is there anything on the roof?
Flitting up, Ashna, you see that there is a fortified trapdoor, as well as a lockbox, like a big chest that's also heavily locked.
Okay. Back there's a door and a treasure chest.
I'm curious as to what's in that chest.
I can go look.
Would it be on top of the roof and not secured inside something?
Exactly. I'm curious.
Can
It might be additional weapons for like if they need to, I don't know, defend or something. That I don't know.
Can I go by the box and see if I notice anything weird? Maybe like animalistic about the box in any way?
Okay. You flit down.
Can I make an animal handling check on the box?
Is it a
you
mimic?
can't because
Exactly.
you do determine that it is not a beast of any kind.
Okay.
Or monstrosity.
So-
Or monstrosity.
She asked about animal
Okay.
handling.
All right.
Animal handling? No.
It appears to
So-
be an innate locked box chest.
They all are running around doing stuff. Levy's still standing by the front,
Okay.
and Levy's gonna go knock on the door.
Okay. You step up and you reach for the knocker and the.
Oh
the-
no, not touching the knocker.
Oh,
Just-
okay. You knock on the door and the knocker goes, "Hey, what? Hey, whoa, hey,
What?
hey, what you doing? What you
Hello.
back the fuck up?"
Oh my gosh.
You could say please.
I'm
happy to comply.
Dude, you are stepping on my. These are a proud 1.5 that I get to control, and it's mine, and you're in it.
I
don't
can
like it.
respect that. I can respect that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Steps back. Wow.
Okay.
I
okay.
will say I've never met. What would you call yourself?
It goes to sleep again.
Steps closer.
Whoa,
Excuse
hey,
me.
back the fuck up.
We were just having a conversation.
No,
and
were we? Or were you
We
talking
were.
at me and I was asking you to leave me alone?
Well, I was called here.
You were cold.
Yes, I was told
fascinated.
to come here.
You were told to come here?
Yeah, I was told that once I got here that I would be told further instructions. So I'm assuming that was from
That
you.
smells like an incapable person weaving bullshit.
I'm here for the
Good.
cult stuff.
What?
Day.
I was sent by, what was the guy's name?
Rossick.
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 I was sent by Rossick
No,
And I was told
no,
to find
no. What are you-
a young old man.
A young old man.
Yeah,
Do you
I don't
hear
know
yourself?
what that means either. I agree.
would love it if we
I would like to
weren't
speak with
talking
somebody
to
with
I'm
each
just
a
gonna,
other.
little
I'm
bit
gonna
more
grab Levy and I'm gonna
intelligence.
drag her. I'm just gonna grab Levy and drag her away.
Ah, there
No,
are
let me
good
do my
people still in
thing.
this world.
Dina,
I step up to
I
the
told
knocker.
him that his name is not to be spread around. What are you doing?
Anarian, you're talking to him, and right behind you, Thylo hops on by and steps up to the knocker. Back the fuck up.
Book open, pen out. Yes. Back the fuck up. Is that always your go-to line? Is there other lines that
I
you come
like
through
it.
with?
Yes. Are you? What is happening right now?
If I knock on you, do you have other lines?
Maybe.
Do you have a name?
What's it to you?
I'm just making notes here, man. I will put no name if you want, but I'll
You know,
also
it'd be
put like
super
Birdie
cool
or
if you
Knocky
didn't
or...
do any of that and instead pissed off. That'd be lit. That'd be so cool.
Okay.
That would just make my day. That would be
Runs
so
up and
awesome.
grabs
grab
the
it.
knocker.
Ah, oh, ah.
What
No.
happens when I knock you?
It makes a loud noise.
Fun.
And alerts
Knock.
Homie, I will treat you as hostile.
I'm just writing down every word he's saying. Treat me as hostile. Oh, I can assure you that I am not. Oh, you are a knocker. I do feel like knocking would be hostile. I do apologize.
Didn't ask for consent or nothing. Piss off.
Where?
Anywhere
there a specific-
that's not within my neck of the woods, which is this 1.5 space. It's mine. I like it, and you're in it.
What's
so
the
knock-
Red Lantern's name?
Knocking you causes despair? Would you say?
Notes the cleric.
Is this despair? Do you find despair in this? Does this make you upset and sad? Open.
Make a wisdom save as the red lantern.
16.
16. Okay. You shrug off the pulling effect that the lantern has to get you away from the door, and you just keep on knocking.
Oh, it's gonna take more than that. Open, man.
No.
I was just watching all of this from afar, remembering the conversation with the seer with like, yeah, stealth, right? Yeah, okay. Real subtle.
Does he control the door, whether or not you can go in and out?
You're not sure.
All right, we're gonna find out because I cast command to open.
Okay.
So I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's a 2. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, 19.
You cast command to open. He goes, oh yeah, totally. And you hear.
Thank you. That wasn't so bad, was it?
All right. You step through the door.
Has a brain.
You step through the door, and before you is a chapel. And it's not smoky, but being in here, it's almost as if smoke is kind of going over your eyesight for a second. you immediately feel this sense of dread and melancholy the second
I
you
would like
cross
to
the threshold.
point out that Philo does not feel any different.
I disagree, but you haven't crossed the threshold. Anarian has. Hang on. Where is everybody right now? Eshna is on the roof. Levy, Pod.
Was with Anarian.
Yeah, Levy, Pod, and Thylo are with Anarian directly behind him.
Well, I was curious about the chest, so I think I was trying to make my way to the roof at this point, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I did say that before, so I'll stick to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and you asked about the vines before,
Roll acrobatics
too.
for me real quick.
Yeah, I did do that. 26.
Okay, you're on the roof.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You see Anarian, one or two people kind of look up. They've already been looking up because of the profound amount of knocking. And one person goes to kind of step towards you, and you see their eyes go wide. And they look up, and you feel it as well, Anarian. Pod also would feel this strange shifting, kind of like something deep inside them, like on a spiritual level, moving. And it's huge. Pod, you immediately go still. Anarian, from out of the mouth of the two individuals, and then you realize out of yourself, you hear,
"You have made this profoundly easy. Welcome back to the fold, Asenasa, hundredth of your name."
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, and the DC is 21, as you feel a part of the god despair attempt to possess you.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
And what are we seeing?
Is this
Is
by
it the
chance
same
a
thing?
magical effect?
It is.
Oh, I do have advantage.
What are you seeing? You watch as, well, let's see how this roll goes. You
Well,
guys
I'm
hear
just
all
trying to
that.
figure out, like, is it an illusion? Does Anarian look like he's in a library now, or?
Anarian, would you say that you go rigid?
Probably.
Yeah.
Once he starts like trying to possess me, then yes.
I mean, we would have. I don't know about Thylo, but Levy would have been following.
Sure.
Unless
This happened right as he crosses the threshold, so you're outside directly
Yeah.
behind him, and you see
Yeah.
this happen.
And was that just to me, or did everyone else hear?
That
what I
was
said?
everyone else, and it also came out of your mouth as well.
Can I? Would
Let's-
I?
Go. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if they all started talking in unison and he visibly reacted, Levy probably would have yanked him back.
I would say that there's no time. He's doing his role now.
Yeah.
Thylo's looking at the red lantern.
Anarian,
Did you get the message I sent you?
I see.
So 29.
29. Okay.
Oh, actually, it's a plus 10. It's 30.
You hear,
Wisdom.
just Anarian hears this and goes,
So this has been your plan all along, Despair. I see you now. And I say no.
And an unprecedented sensation goes through you, Anarian, as the goddess Amora
Amora? Oh, okay.
not only intervenes, but obliterates the building. I need Eshna and Pod to make dex saves. Pod
Hold on.
at advantage. Eshna's a bird. I'll give her advantage as well.
Thank you. Wow.
Levy, make a dex save. Philo is 20 feet away looking at a lantern.
Oh no, I'm still on the step. I just turned to look at the
Oh, well,
lantern.
then, yeah,
'cause
you
the
need a
last thing
dex
I
save.
asked was, "What's the lantern do?"
What's the the building is crushed from the top down.
21.
Okay.
7.
Oh no.
26.
Was I asked to also do this? Dirty 20.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anarian, you're standing still as two gods essentially not fight each other because they're not able to, but just intervening alone causes havoc in your mind where this is happening. Eshna, as if someone was smashing down a building. You are caught up in that and are crushed down into the building as well. I need you to make oh no, you've already rolled a 7. You become crushed by the building around you, and you are trapped within the rubble.
Do I take damage?
Oh yeah.
Then I turn back into a person.
Okay. You still take the damage though.
Well, yes, but that's just what happens when you're in a wild shape and you run out of HP.
Mm-hmm.
How much HP does the Raven have?
Not
1.
much.
That is a great
Minimal.
amount of HP to have.
You boop though. Boop the bird.
Well, it's a D4
Person.
minus 1. So hold on. It's a 0. Doesn't make sense. 2. It's 2.
I'll hydrate.
My tea is gone.
Uh-oh.
It's a lot of numbers.
Hey, push me. Push me. On a rooftop.
You take 46 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And are don't make me roll again. No, I'm just kidding.
Fine.
And
Ow.
you are trapped in the rubble.
Help.
Immediately chaos breaks out within the city as a whole, and I'll get to that more in a second.
What's my status? What's our status?
Everyone who saved
everyone else?
avoids damage from the building, is able to jump out and jump away. Pod needs needs a dex saving throw to land without taking damage.
And without landing on me.
21.
21. Okay.
Or was the 20? Was that the same 21, or do you want me to roll an additional one?
Roll an additional one as
Oh,
you
do an
throw
additional.
yourself from the building.
23.
Okay, you manage to roll down and skid to a stop on the next building over.
I'm connected to Levy still, so I'm going, Levy! Help!
Okay, I'm coming.
Levy,
Be careful!
You start to move
Watch-
forward, and you can see the change overcoming Anarian as two gods essentially battle for dominance. Dominance versus opposing the dominance. And you realize the whole wall, the city wall, is also destroyed in this area. You can see out into the fields beyond. Anarian, I need you to make just a wisdom check for me real quick.
19.
19, okay. You keep your sanity. Very good, very good.
Nice.
What do you, let's focus on Anarian real quick. What do you do in this moment? Your mind is your own. You're kind of having an out of body experience, much like a vision or a lucid dream. And you can see you're perceiving the astral, and you see despair on one side and Amora on the other, not fighting or doing anything crazy, just standing there, monolithic in size,
Menacingly.
and directly behind you, with a hand kind of around you, is a miss.
Is that like a protective type of hand, or is it like a creepy, like, I got you kind of hand? Like what's the vibe?
You're not 100% sure, but it looks like it's helping you keep your sanity.
Okay. All right. Can I move, or am I like locked in place with this out of body experience?
You can move.
Are they saying anything else, or is it just
Their wills are at their wills are opposing each other, and so you can sense the huge amount of power.
Can I like grab hold of a Mrs. hand, I guess, and I'll try to like reach forward with my mind and try to understand what the heck is going on.
Okay.
What is a Senecel? Why did he call me that?
Okay.
What?
Okay. In the music of this, you begin to see
Also,
impressions. Sorry.
Just aesthetically, spectral wings are like flickering in and out of existence around me, like it's the fight with trying to manifest and Amora suppressing it, and despair trying to bring it out, and it's just like, you know, the eyes are flickering from black to regular blue, black to blue.
Okay.
As he's just frozen in place, fists clenched.
Pod needs a wisdom.
Everything
saving throw.
tumbling around him.
Okay. Yeah, everything
good.
everything's going bonkers. On a
Is there
scale
like
that you
is there
you're
like a
not
small
fully
circle
comprehending.
around me that's just untouched?
Yeah, there. So
If she
you're
like
on.
crushed the building down on top of
you're
me, is there just like a
standing-
small?
It look. Don't take this literally, but you're standing on the pane. You can see the world beneath you, almost if you were in the fourth dimension looking into the third, which for you, to make it easier would be to say, if you're the third looking at the second dimension of the pane below you, and you can see the great pools of power behind each of these deities, each of these aspects of sentience. Hail Hydrate, thank you. And you can see that they are using their power. And Amora has 3. 3 pools of power, but despair has so much more in the one. You start seeing these impressions, these pseudo visions, more of memories, and will manifest of understanding. You watch as all of the aspects of the 12 that are capable of aggression, like rage, zeal, despair, a miss.
Zest.
You see them all fighting in some bygone era, long before even the floods came, as all of the aggressive of the 12 are fighting back hell. They're all working together, and they're trying to accomplish something. and they succeed. They manage to accomplish something, and in that second, Death, the god Death, slays every demon lord and every fallen angel and every devil. And you watch as they all burst in a cloud of flesh, and the doors to hell are crushed shut. You watch as Death takes the two sides of reality and rips them together, sealing hell. And because this particular vision is from Despair, you know the moment Despair has the switch, Despair goes, wait. In that success, Despair goes, wait, this isn't what I want. And saves the bloodline, which is a very abstract notion, saves the bloodline of one of the fallen archangels known as a Senessa. Cutting now, it interrupted by Amora. You see Amora become a trinity. It was always preached that Amiss and Amora, the twin trinities, were always trinities, and the churches finally realized that and merged them together. But these are the aspects of sentience. They are actually affected by sentience. And when enough people determined that they were a trinity, they became a trinity. And it wasn't until remembrance, change, and attraction all came together that Amora became Amora and was able to be capable of realizing what Despair was doing, preserving a bloodline. And that was relatively recent, in the past 80 or so years, and has been working to counteract this bloodline through the powers that they now have with change and remembrance and attraction. Pod.
Hello.
Wisdom save.
16.
16, failure.
Yeah. Actually, wait, hang on. I think I have a thing for this. I think if I fail a save, I can roll my psychic die.
Okay.
Let me double check.
I believe so.
If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool which we have proficiency, so it's got to be an ability check using a skill or tool.
This is a saving throw, not an ability check.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Cool. I fail it.
Despair would like to talk. Sorry, not Despair. Amiss would like to talk.
Oh, good.
Is Pod in my eyeline at all?
I would say you're buried.
Yeah, probably not anymore.
Dang it. Okay, that's all.
Amiss.
I can't say no.
Amiss pulls you in. Before you stand in the center of the three torsos. One of the torsos pushing the other two away, the other two not seeming to perceive you, but Repel looks at you.
Child, be not afraid.
Okay.
We have little time. You are my only tool in this fight. A fight that you have no reason to be a part of. But I have need of you. You have served me well. Will you help your brother?
Does he need my help right now?
Yes.
Well then, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I am not able to help Amora, but we can trade. Anarian is destined in duality. He must succeed, or hell will be broken loose again. And this is not something we can have. This will ruin everything. He is on the path of leaving my fold. You must help him in this. But you must help me, or else I am not able to let go of him. Do you understand?
You want me to help him come back to you?
No.
Leave.
He must become my others.
Oh.
It's the only way. But I cannot allow it without the balances. Amora and I are two sides of the same coin. She likes being this trinity. I hate it.
Alright, well, then just don't be it then anymore.
Even the gods answer to someone. And it begins to fade. Help him by helping me. Give everything to me, and I will reward you. You have a destiny to fulfill of your own.
This is a Mora or a miss?
This is a miss. Your god.
It's a miss. Pod takes a minute and tries to like look around to see if maybe they can find Anarian, like with like, you know, their vision.
You see him. You see Forget shielding.
Pod will kind of turn back to the whatever the being of a miss is that is just warped in front of them. And I mean, Pod's seen some shit lately, so this is kind of par for the course at this point. And they say,
You want me to give up everything to you to save my brother?
Yes. My loyal and faithful knife.
I think I still can be. And I think I'm still going to be. But I also think that I can't give you everything because I've already given it to my brother.
and he'll turn and run towards Anarian.
Okay, Anarian. What do you do?
So is Pod now in this vision as well, or?
You are not aware of it, but in a sense, yes.
Anarian is going to try to fight back against Despair with Amora.
Okay. What does that look like?
Can't really. This is like a figment of my imagination. Like,
Yeah,
like,
it's
cast spells
very
or anything,
abstract. So it's less like mechanical and more.
Can I like make a wisdom check for like a willpower
Sure.
type thing or something?
Absolutely.
16.
16. Okay. I would say with a 16, you feel like a leaf on the wind, to put it in an ominous term.
I look down at the hand that's like shielding me,
Stone-like.
realizing that it's in keeping me safe. It's also holding me back,
Okay.
and I will begin to like try to pry myself out of this grip.
Okay. You managed to excise yourself from the grip.
and kind of like one last hand on it and like a thank you, realizing what the miss has done, but also realizing that I can't be pulled into two. My allegiance can only go to one. And I start running towards Amora.
Okay. Amora, remember.
While mentally shrieking, my name is Anarian. It has and always will be.
I was going to say, remembrance looks at you. What is your name? Who are you?
The only thing I have from my real parents, which is the amulet of the crescent moon with the star. My name is Anarian. Now and always.
False, false, false.
Despair screeches, but it seems to be working. You see blood breaking out of despair. Despair being this bent, hunched, coiled form of a statue, and it starts cracking and the blood begins pouring out of it.
Can I take this opportunity and try to like be cheeky and get information on St. Pete's while I'm here?
You can certainly try. Hey, Quincy. No, it's they're not in the immediate scene. But I wouldn't put it past it. I just dropped a building on them.
I see this fight is going semi-well for Anarian right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the other characters? Or are we in our own little
You're
vision?
in your own little vision, unfortunately.
Can I find... Okay, so because Pod wants to help Anarian, and while they've got their own abilities, Pod has recently begun to heavily trust in the people that that they have been following. And so I'd like to try and find a way to bring, at the very least, the wizard into this vision, because magic is not something Pod's super great at.
Okay.
So the thoughts of how to help Anarian then drift to, let's get some magic. No, actually, I take that entirely back. At first it glances over Thylo because, Thylo's the best friend. So maybe Thylo can help because he's a wizard. But then the thought goes to, wait a minute, I literally have like what is apparently a star goddess of some kind. Where is she?
Okay, so here's my thing.
Okay.
Your mind is expanded. Has begun the process of this, and you realize if you tried real hard, and there is significant risk to this, you might be able to pull Eshna in to the vision.
Ow, I'm trapped.
This is true.
I can't even see him.
Not physically.
I'm not, well, yeah, but I'm not even in eyeline of him.
Pod
Or mentally linked to him.
it might be able to do so.
Okay.
Because of the expansion that he's been, the morphing of his mind that has been this campaign, this monster he's becoming.
Oh,
He's
great.
died so many times.
So many times. Are we finally at a point where I've died less times than there are episodes?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
What I'm hearing is we need to fix that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a big old risk, and yeah, absolutely. I want to bring in my friends.
Okay.
I need help.
You need to make one real nasty charisma check.
Oh, good. Well, I'm real
sorry,
good at
wisdom
that.
check. Wisdom
Okay,
check.
wisdom. Okay.
I said charisma.
Slightly better at that. Okay. I don't have any advantage on this, do I? Well, that's a 17 on the die.
Okay.
So that's a 22 total.
There's a brief moment where you try to tap into everything you've been experiencing, and suddenly you have all the thoughts you possibly could have in that moment simultaneously, and your mind breaks. And you fail.
Ow.
But in doing so, you watch as a miss.
No.
And as the cracks in this vision begin to appear, you watch Repel reach up and smash into the cracks, and the whole encounter is shattered apart. The two of you return to your minds. Jump over to Levy.
Real quick, I was gonna probe for answers before.
Yes, thank you.
You, how to-
You look to despair. What do you do to go about doing this?
I guess I could try to probe his mind with the question, what are you doing at St. Pete's?
You see not a reaction from despair, but the pool of power behind them churn and roil at the mention of St. Pete's. And then you're out. Levy, you're making a mad dash. You look and you can see all of the skin on Anarian has cracked apart and has begun to flake off of him and stay as this maybe an inch away, and he's got all of this strange mixed light emanating from within, and your thought is of Eshna, who is buried.
Sorry, Darian, I can't. I gotta go find. I gotta search for Eshna. I'm looking for Eshna.
What's going on up there?
Tries to describe what she's seeing, and it's a jumbled mess. It sounds as chaotic as what is actually happening, but
Okay.
to the point
I
where
don't understand.
where it sounds like she's just lost her mind. Like, it sounds crazy. It is crazy. She starts looking. She's looking for Eshna, and she's gonna start moving Rebel, and she's also looking for anyone else. Basically, if she's gonna find somebody, she's getting them out.
Okay.
But she's not gonna spend too much time and attention on them.
Using the mental connection that you have, you're able to start moving stuff out of the way, and you find a broken Eshna, crumpled and bent at all the wrong angles.
I'm going to heal.
What's your hit points at, Eshna?
I mean, my hit points are fine. There was just a giant rock on top of it.
Right, what are they at, though?
31.
31, okay.
I'll still heal. Give you something. Might not be much, but you'll get something.
Eshna,
I'm
you
like, I
have
got-
2 broken ribs.
Okay, I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Immediately,
And you also get 12 from me.
immediately you whole again, and you sit up as Levy is pulling you out of the rubble.
Can't hear you.
So I said, you gave me 12, I gave myself 11.
Nice.
Oh,
There we go.
thank you. Thank you, Levy.
She's gonna
Okay.
turn Eshna towards Anarian and be like, that's more your realm.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna start for Levy. She thinks Pod was on the roof. Levy doesn't know Pod isn't there. So unless Levy can take a quick glance and see Pod, Levy's gonna still be searching through the rubble.
I think because he's on another rooftop, you can't see him.
Yeah, then
Okay.
searching.
Philo. Muted,
Muted.
buddy.
Thylo has walked up to the red lantern to inspect it
Okay.
more closely.
It breaks under the impact of all of that happens around you. But you can see the inside.
Yeah, what's it look
You can
like?
see some arcane runes and stuff.
Oh, anything salvageable?
You can grab a few bits and pieces.
Sure. Yeah, I'll scoop them into a pocket I got in my.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna look back towards the building. And go, guys, we could have just broken the. Oh no.
There it is. Massive skeletal wings begin appearing from Anarian, and the 3 words written of light, one above his head, 2 over his shoulders, are actively being scratched out by a darkness.
Wait, are we still linked with Pod? Or no? Was that a concentration?
It's not concentration. You can try. I just don't know if the universe is gonna allow it.
See, Pod?
I'll allow it.
Gonna the universe, aka Jeff. Try and okay, Pod, where are you?
Oh my god! You're here! Where are you?
This is you snapping out of a vision pod.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Anarian.
where the roof technical where I just found Eshna, so where were you in reference to where in the rubble can you hear my voice? And she's gonna start being like, Pod.
Yes, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Where's Eshna?
I got Eshna. Eshna's out.
Good.
And Eshna's wandering up to Anarian, and she's just kind of like gonna try and place hands and like cure wounds or just any like she's just trying all of her different spells of healing.
Yeah.
Is-
I'll check in.
Eshna, Thilo, you all there?
Pod,
Good.
just a reminder, your mind is broken.
Oh, right. I'm broken.
Wait, so what was that
For real.
communication like?
It begins catching up with him. Anarian?
So like what is the pull of Despair and Amora now? Is it like still happening? I just can't see it anymore, or what?
It's going to be happening for a while.
Okay, but I'm completely back into my own again. Okay.
And you can see it for the first time. Everything that's happening to you. And you see Eshna before you, casting every healing magic she can think of.
Then I will end the manifestation.
Okay, you end the manifestation.
Which I think might be a first time that I was able to end it myself.
Oh. Anarian, are you okay?
The black tears are falling down my face, and I blink once, twice, and then the third time my blue eyes are back. And he kind of just grabs Eshna's hands and kind of just slumps forward, exhausted.
Holding on to her, you find an anchor in the physical. And things begin coming back together.
Eshna just kind of like smooths his like disheveled hair, and she's always wanted to calm his hair down. It's always been such a mess, and she just starts mothering him like instantly.
He's just kind of like whispering, almost like a mantra, like, "Stop it." Kind of.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, he's whispering, "I am Anarian. My name is Anarian. I'm Anarian." Kind of.
And she's just going, "It's okay, Anarian. You're here. You're Anarian. You're with us. With Eshna and Pod and Thylo and Levy. Okay, Anarian." And she's just gonna keep whispering with him and like consoling a worried child after a nightmare.
Was anyone able to see what the words were like before they got scratched?
That was gonna be one of my next questions.
Levy, make a perception check.
Where were the words scratched?
Above him and to the right and left.
I'm gonna give her one of my d6s from my. You get a +3 to what you're doing.
Perception? 18.
One of them says, "Remember." And the scratched out writing, the scratched out black that is trying to form instead says, Asenasa. And both A's are capitalized at the beginning and the end of the word. You recognize, because of that connection, remembrance, attract, change. Pod. What does a broken mind look like for you?
Yeah, I've been trying to think on that. His Pod's mind was already pretty broken.
You know what? I'll let you chew on that. We'll go to break.
Yeah, let's do that.
Big bet. Chat will be right back. Pod.
I'm offended.
That's fair. Pod.
That's fair.
What does a broken mind do to failing that check look like?
Specifically this check, and Pod's mind is already kind of messed up for those of you who have seen this show. Pod reaches out to try and bring another being into this pocket. I don't know what it is. Pocket dimension, vision, whatever it is they're going through. It's a bunch of gods messing with their scene of the crime right now. And as they try to reach out, there's just blankness. It's not even black. It's not even a void. It's just nothing there. No senses, no feeling. And then at the same time, Pod can feel everything, all of the senses within everything around them. They can feel the ground, but they can also taste the ground, and they can see the ground. They can smell the ground, but at the same time they can sense the dust that's throwing up in the air. They can occasionally they blank out again though, but it's time doesn't exist here. Past and future does not exist here. So there are moments where they are feeling everything, while at the same time they feel nothing. They see nothing, hear nothing. They can't even think at certain points. But time is also irrelevant. So they are just struggling to experience all of this all at once, all the time, and none of the time.
Like a person in shock walking away from a car crash being told, yo, you do need to sit down. Your brain comes out of shock and then folds into itself.
Yes. So Pod is just inside of their own mind right now, not understanding anything.
Thylo, you note the city responding to this. You can see multiple different churches taking to the air, church members taking to the air and heading in your direction. You imagine all sorts of people that you probably don't want in your business on their way to being in your business.
Oh, good. Hey guys, we should go.
Yeah.
There's other people coming, and I don't like people.
Any suggestions on a quick way to get out of here? Silo, this being your town?
The wall did come down.
Well, that's away from here.
It's one option.
Yeah. Is the chest that was on the roof anywhere around here when the stuff collapsed?
You can see a chest broken to pieces with a bunch of crossbows in it.
Okay. Crossbows over there. Needs one.
Grab those. Grab an Arya.
Are there? Did this building have any horses? I know we wanted horses before.
It did not have any horses.
Are there any stables nearby?
Yeah, looking around, there are a few people that have their horses with them that have clustered around to gawk.
I'm going to pass Denarian off to Levy. I'm going here. Take him for me, please. And I'm going to go past Charm Person.
Charm person.
2 people with a horse. They have to make a Wisdom 16 saving throw.
That's a 7 and a 10.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna need to borrow these lovely creatures from you.
Of course.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
I can't
so
tell you
welcome.
how much. I'm gonna give them just a few gold. Anyways,
Thank
oh,
you.
yes. How many horses did I get? 2, 3, 1.
You said you casted a charm on 2 people.
I said however many people have horses.
Oh, got you.
At minimum,
That's
I would like 3
9
horses. Or at minimum
and
2. You
a
can put 2 on
6. You've got 4 horses.
one. Great. I'm gonna bring them over to the group and be like, all right, let's walk them carefully over this rubble, shall we?
Hoisting Nardian up.
Yeah, I'll help her.
Levy and Eshna, you hoist him up and you don't see Pod anywhere. His communication is cut off.
He's not here?
He's up on top of the next building over.
Okay.
And he did communicate that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't.
You want me?
You-
I go.
You go.
I go.
I'm gonna take the crossbows. Gonna be like, I don't know why they had these locked up. I'm just gonna put them in like a saddlebag for now. And be like, I don't know why they were locked up, but we're taking them. We'll
Is
figure
she
it out later.
looting?
Charm person.
11.
Hi, do you have anything worth value?
Yeah, I've got. Did you need something? I've got.
We have a long trip ahead of us.
I've got here. Have this, please. And he hands you a ring. It's a ring of protection. You have a +1 to AC.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're great. I hope you're
You're
okay.
great.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna like start getting the horses over the things as I'm wandering out carefully.
Do
So they don't
I
twist
see
the hoof.
Pod? On the
No,
roof?
but because it's up on the roof, you know. Levy, what were you doing?
Going for Pod on
Okay.
the roof.
What's
Sorry,
that
my
look like?
cat's attacking dice and attacking pieces of things. No, you can't have this.
You don't see a quick way up, but you need to be quick.
I'm whatever I think the fastest way. Either it's scaling the building using. I have spider.
You want to cast spider climb?
Yeah.
All right, you cast
I'm
spider
up.
climb, and you just run up the building. You see Pod, who is just curled up and convulsing, bleeding from the ears.
Wow. Okay, and now we are casting healing light.
Okay.
Cast a good old healing. My cat knocked away my. There they are. I was like, where'd my D6 go?
I don't have any hit point loss right now, so I'm good.
Oh, okay, great. Then going to try for a second to see if I can get some kind of conscious response from Pod. If there is no, just being like, hey, Pod, it's Levy. Ooh, can you walk? Can you? And if there's nothing, scooping Pod up and trekking back down. Whistle for the horse.
Okay.
Like Assassin's Creed.
Without getting a response from Pod, you just hop on the horse. Stylo, you grabbing the last horse?
Oh, I can just summon a spectral steed whenever I want.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I am booking it. I
Okay.
have.
He's like,
After
I heard
everyone
run
gets
away.
out, though, I'm gonna go to the wall
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Stone Shape and then try to rebuild the wall in that spot.
Stone shape. Medium size or smaller. You can make about 5 feet of wall.
Oh, so this is a massive.
It's the city wall.
Never mind. I'm running.
Okay. The party flees into the coast. And that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. Chat, thank you so much for being here. Don't go anywhere just yet, please. We're going to be doing a raid, and it will very much help everyone involved. I'm Jeff. I terrorize the party. I'm Sir Feffers. I don't know why I said my real name. And I am the humble dungeon master for this campaign and 2 more campaigns. We got Windfall and we got Void Scourge in Space. If you want to tune in, that is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, as well as on the YouTube Jake and Feffers if you want to get caught up. Head over to the Discord, join our community. We are as wholesome as we are chaotic. That's kind of it for me. I'll soon be DMing the phenomenal Convergence. I'll be one of the DMs at the Convergence event. I think there's still some tickets available. Head over to Quincy's Convergence. Just give that a Google search. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Yame. I am so very excited. I've been holding on to that story beat for so long, and there's more to unpack with it soon to come, and I'm very, 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 very excited. I'm Sir Feffers. Thank you so much. Let me throw it over to Ben, who's going to tell us a little bit about himself, what his character's thinking about, where his head's at, and pass it on to someone else, and we'll keep passing until it's time for the raid.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. You can find me on the internet. I'm playing Thilo Match, the Order of Scribes wizard. At the very beginning of the conundrum, I turned around to talk to a lamppost, and then stuff blew up, and then flying people started approaching, so now I'm leaving. I have no idea what just happened. I wonder if someone will tell me.
A lot of questions and no answers. Dorky, go ahead.
Dorky.
My bad.
I had a thing in front of my mute button. I was like, I know I'm muted, but I can't grab a hold of the window. That's why I was just like, yep. Oh man. I don't really know if Levy has any, this sounds not real thoughts in the sense of right now it's just instinct, move, get everyone out. We're gonna figure it out later. Probably the only like real thought is, okay, now it's about time to really push Anarian on what the heck he is possessed by. Because this is now the second time it has happened to where they have almost died. So it's like, okay, at first, we weren't really that close. You can keep your secrets. Now it's like, okay, your secrets are going to get me killed and somebody I care about killed. It's time to fess up with the secrets. That might be like the passing thought, but the main thought is like, I hate horses and we got to get out of here. Like, those are like the main things right now. I didn't even say it, but I'm that dorky cosplayer. You can find me everywhere, and I play Lavina Vetra. She is a Storm Genasi, and she is a monk and a warlock. I remembered this time. At least once in the episode, I would say my little character intro. And with that, Jake, what is Anarian's thoughts? Have you gone yet? You haven't, right?
I'm not. I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm playing Anarian, the fallen ASMR cleric. You'll get answers, but like all these secrets, he's just now finding out as well. So it's all a big surprise for everybody. Yeah, I guess this is his official stepping away from Amiss, and will be making that transition to be a cleric of Amora instead. But still having to spare like a gross, clinging on, trying to get me to open the gates to hell. Like a good fallen archangel, I guess. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. We'll find out next week, I guess. Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Ann Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor Ann Tracy. I run LARPs like Heinefall and bring people to LARPs like with the Voyage North. Eshna has no idea what's going on. She was trying to make sure that she stayed, the rumor was that she was dead. And then she was under a rock for a good chunk of that. Not able to see anything, not able to understand what was told to her when information was told to her. All that she knew is she is honestly kind of done with the drama of these other characters. You have Thylo, who constantly is switching personalities. You have Pod, who's constantly changing races, and you have Anarian, who's constantly like broken and fixed and broken and fixed, broken and fixed. And she's getting done with it. She's very much so, okay, thank you for all your help and getting information with your father. I'm gonna go try and find Mirror Sky. Good luck with whatever you're doing, because it feels outside of her realm. So she does care about them, but she's getting to a point where she's feeling very overwhelmed with not knowing what's going on. So yeah, that's where she is. I'm gonna pass it off to Pod.
No, don't talk about Pod. There's so much. Hi, I'm Good Grief George. You can follow me as Good Grief George and all the things that do stuff. Pod said no when their god offered them something in return to help their brother. Why Pod said that is there are strong reasons for that. We just haven't had the sit down conversation to talk about it. But that was an unexpected thing for, I guess, both myself as a player and for Pod to do. So we'll see what repercussions that takes in the future. And they're also broken right now. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to come out of this stupor, but we'll see what happens, and hopefully
whole campaign they're just gonna be dragging you along.
There you go. I hope one of our magically inclined people can help, but I've already got some ideas of my own as to like some theories as to what's gonna happen in the future, but I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. So thanks. I guess I'll see you guys all next week.
All right, everyone pile into this raid. We're going to kick it with Shane. If you don't know Shane, you should. Shane is a fantastic individual. Go give him some love for me. Have an excellent rest of your evening. I'll see you Thursday. Whoa! Everyone say bye obnoxiously.
Bye obnoxiously.